Hey everybody, welcome back to the weekly vlog. This week we're going to be talking about the schedule, World of Warcraft updates, my computer updates, as you probably, if you haven't been following on Twitter, you probably really want to know about that, as well as some games that I'm getting into recently. First with the schedule, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern, we have Deadly Premonition with What a Geek. Tuesday and Thursday, we have Pokemon Emerald with Fatima. Saturday and Sunday at 3 p.m., as well as Tuesday and Thursday at 6 p.m., we have more of Crusader Kings 2 Holy Fury as Bohemia. On Sunday at 4 p.m., as always, we'll be streaming some more Crusader Kings 2, and I'll probably do some random streams this week at just whatever time I end up being free. Probably Wednesday, Thursday, Friday-ish I might be streaming. So World of Warcraft, I was talking about it recently on a pre-stream, and a lot of people's minds were blown that the World of Warcraft stuff that I play is free. So I guess I didn't get the message out there very well the last time. For any of you who've been around for a few months, you might know that we used to have a World of Warcraft playthrough on the channel, and we were playing a very old version of the game. In fact, it's about a decade old now, called The Burning Crusade. Blizzard doesn't host that stuff anymore. This is a private server, which means that it's hosted independently by fans of it. And that means it's completely free, because it's technically not legal for them to host it, but they host it out of Poland, so it can't get taken down. But there's no legal issue with playing it, and so it's completely free. Anyone can just download it and play it, and it runs really great because it's a pretty old game. Doesn't even require that strong a computer. If you want to give the game a try and see if you like it, go to my Discord channel. You can find that in the link of most of my videos. And if you go to the World of Warcraft section, the people there will be more than happy to help you out, as well as the pinned message on there, I believe, is to the website of the private server and the download information and all of that stuff. So if you want to join our guild, we have a guild on the Alliance side, and I'd love to make a guild on the Horde side as well. It's just, I don't think we have enough players on the Horde side yet. We can all play World of Warcraft together, and that sounds like a lot of fun. And that series will come back one day, but it's probably going to be a while, because not only do we need to level up back to the point that we were on the old server, but Brandon won't be able to level up for a little while because he's still quite busy with military stuff. Computer update, as a lot of you probably know from the YouTube videos and tweets and all that stuff, my power supply was dying last week. I lost about 5 days of work due to it, unfortunately, where there was about 5 days where I couldn't really record anything. I could record a little bit of Emerald, that's about it. I couldn't render anything. I think I rendered one vlog, and then the next day the computer was too weak to even do that without crashing. The long and short of it is just my power supply was really old and was failing on me. My new power supply finally came in, I installed the new power supply, and I've had no problems whatsoever since. It was really just a problem of a super old power supply was dying, got a new one, fixed the problem, which isn't that bad because power supplies are some of the cheaper computer parts, and in fact, the stream that I did right after I fixed the power supply, which had delayed the previous Crusader Kings 2 stream, people sent in so much money in donations just tipping on the stream that it basically paid for the power supply. So that's cool. I was actually quite worried about losing random money for that. That sucks, especially because we had just made a big purchase. We had just purchased an elliptical, which we've built, and I've been using for about 4 days now, an at-home elliptical, and it is very fun, and my cardio is vastly improving, because I've always had pretty bad cardio, but I'm getting better very fast at that, so that's a lot of fun. So yeah, computer's fixed, I can render and stuff. I'm actually haven't been streaming a ton recently, other than a few CK2 streams, just because I'm trying to catch up on YouTube stuff that fell behind because of the computer issues. Before I get onto some games that I've been getting into recently, Patreon shoutouts are everybody pledging $10 and above over on Patreon. We've got Gazali, Mad Librarian, Fiery Biscuits, Zandak, Taco Man, Play Bogart, Night Fury 15, The Jedstar, Jetstream, Conk Donk, Sophia Orr, Killrain, Wolf20 KO, One Savvy Siren, Shauna, Tim, Curran Keta, Lemonhead, Morgan, Disastera, Josh Brown, Emmeth, Thy Lord Castile, Annoying Wizard, The Dawes, Commander Unnamed, Infinity Wolf, and Texas Boots. Thank you so much for your continued support, everybody, and thank you again also for your support over on my Amazon affiliate links in the description, where you can just buy stuff on Amazon.com, co.uk, or CA, and I get commission just because you clicked on my link for it, so I very much appreciate that. Games that I've been getting into recently. So, you guys know that I'm a big fan of Thea the Awakening. In fact, I just made a tips video on it the other day that came out, and I was informed by the first comment that there was a sale going on. I didn't know that there was a sale for the game going on when I put that up. If I had known there was a sale on it, then that'd be perfect timing and everything, because influx of viewers and everything. No, it was literally a coincidence. I didn't think to check the page. I didn't know there was a sale going on, or else I probably would have made it sooner, actually, because apparently it was a week-long sale and I caught it in the last like 24 hours. So the Thea video was literally just because I've had it on my list to do a tips video for that for a long time, so I thought I'd finally get around to doing it, and I had a lot of fun making that, because I really like the Awakening. It's an indie, I don't know if you could call it a 4X game. It's a strategy game. I don't know if you could call it 4X though, just because part of 4X strategy games is expansion, and you don't really expand in that game. You have one village. But anyways, you probably saw, like, last year I did a playthrough of that, a stream through, in fact it's on YouTube, and I loved that game. That was a fun one where I name all the villagers after people in the chat and all of that. Love that game. Well, Thea 2 The Shattering just came out for early access less than a full week ago. Got the code for it, I've been playing it a bit, it's a lot of fun. They've already cleaned up so many of the things that I complained about in the previous game, it's so much easier to understand at a glance what all your characters are good at, which is something that really sucked before. Is they had a really in-depth stat system, which was great, but it was really hard to have a general idea of what a character is good at outside of combat. Like, it's just this giant mess of like 100 different stats, and you gotta remember, oh, this one helps with this and this kind of challenge and blah blah blah. That was really difficult. They've made that way easier to read already in Thea 2 The Shattering, which is great. I still need to play it more and get to know the game more. It's been getting patched like a couple times a week already. I think it's gone like 3 patches since I got it, which is pretty great. It seems to be mostly bug fixes more than it is adding stuff, which is good that they're getting things stable before they go adding stuff. I really want to do some content on that. I'm just not entirely sure what yet, and if I want to start yet and stuff. Might do like a little first look video at first and just explain some of the differences, and then might do a playthrough or some casual streams as the development of the game goes forward. We'll see how that goes. But so far, it's looking really promising, and apparently the multiplayer already works on it. I don't know anyone else with the game yet, so I can't test it with them, but that's really interesting, because I never even tried the multiplayer on the first game, and I'd like to do that at some point. The other game that I want to get right back into is Oriental Empires. It's a game that I really enjoy and have put a lot of hours into, and in fact, I'm making a tip video on it. I need to finalize the script for that first, though, and do some more research. But I really enjoy that game. That is a 4X strategy game. There's a lot of expansion that Oriental Empires, that is, which is like a Chinese 4X game. And that's a really fun one. And yet I've done very little content on my channel about it, and I feel bad about that, because I was in contact with the developers a very long time ago, and was always meaning to, but I got so busy with personal life stuff at the time that I never really got a chance, and then it kind of fell by the wayside, and I forgot, and other things came up. It happens sometimes on YouTube. But an expansion for it just came out, the Genghis Khan expansion, and that is like a whole new campaign type, and I really want to give that a try. And again, I meant to a while ago, but I got so busy with other things. So I really want to get back into that game again, because that's a really fun one. And as far as I can tell, it's another one of those really good indie strategy games that no one seems to be really paying attention to. And it's a real shame, because especially Oriental Empires has a lot of polish to it. I feel like people who play like Civilization, for instance, would really like that game if they just knew about it. And so I'd really love to attempt to bring more attention to it. Of course, I'm a very small channel and everything, but if even a tips video or doing some streams on it or something could help get people interested in that game, then I would really love to see, because that's a really fun game, and very similar appeal to Civilization. In fact, if you've played Civilization more specifically 5 or 6, then I feel like you would be able to carry over those skills and learn Oriental Empires very quickly. It is very much not the same game or anything, but it's hex-based, you build cities, it has general ideas in common with it that would really help you get over that initial confusion. And it's just really fun. It's great if you're into Chinese history and Chinese settings like I really am. It's why I love Romance of Three Kingdoms and Dynasty Warriors and playing as China even in Hearts of Iron 4. It's playing as like Eastern Asia in Hearts of Iron 4 is one of my absolute favorite locations in the game. I think the funnest country I've ever played in that would be any of the Chinese warlords or China itself, or even Manchuria, whatever you want to call it. Those have been the most fun countries I've ever played in Hearts of Iron 4. It's like that, Romania, and Czechoslovakia have all been the funnest. So Oriental Empires and Thea to the Shattering. I've been getting back into them, and I'd love to do some streams on them sometime soon. I did an Oriental Empires stream a few months ago, just getting into it a little bit and showing people what it is, but I'd love to do more on it because, God, that's a good game. Anyway, though, I gotta get working on some other stuff. I just started converting a lot of my tips videos into Steam guides. Hopefully that'll get a bit of a new audience in. Hopefully people on Steam will find those things useful. So I made all 18 of those into Steam video guides for if anyone finds those useful. I had to make new thumbnails for all of them and everything. It was very labor intensive, actually. And then I need to get back to some work on some more tips videos stuff. Should be recording with What a Geek a lot tomorrow, and then I'm gonna say probably streaming something on Wednesday, not sure what yet. But as always, you can stay up to date on my streams on Twitter, on Discord, on Twitch, of course, following me on Twitch. And of course, if you go to my schedule section of my Discord channel, there's a little bot message where you just respond to it with the emote that it says for you to. You click the emote button, and it will add you to a list where you get @messaged and pinged every time that I go live. Thank you everybody so much for watching, and until next time, have a nice day.